Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you guys are new here, I am Taylor and thanks for watching. So if you guys can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be reviewing the Real Technique sponge. I haven't ever tried this. I've heard good and bad reviews about it. I did get this a couple months ago because it comes with a travel size case. So when I go travel and stuff, like when I'm going to Florida, I can just put this in here. My sponge isn't going to get damaged, which is nice, and I'm not going to lose it. This is what the sponge looks like. It has a flat edge right here. So that's going to be perfect for like patting in the foundation, everything. And you can even use the side, so that's going to be perfect. And then this tip right here is going to be perfect for getting in for concealer and even blending out that contour. Even right here is going to be perfect, blending out that contour. So I'm very excited to try this out. So if you guys want to see my review about this, and so if it works with the products that I own, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so I am back with the sponge damped. And you guys can see how big this got. It got really big. Let me show you guys. Like, you remember how it was like, this is like a really tight, very tight squeeze just to get this in the travel case. But this is how big it got. And it doesn't smell weird. It is a little hard, I would say. Like, it's a little dense. But I'm still going to try it out and see if it still works like a normal beauty blender. So if you just opened it up and took it out of the package, I do recommend washing this, because when I was washing it, like some soap and bubbles and stuff was coming out of it, and I didn't put any soap on it. So I thought it was weird. So I kept on rinsing it off until the water was running clear and there was no more bubbles. So that's just a tip. Always wash your sponges before you use them. Definitely, because you don't know if they were made in a factory or whatever, and chemicals and all that, and you don't want to be putting those onto your face. So I have my foundation, contour, concealer, and primer all right in front of me. I just got those out. So for the first product today, I'm going to be putting primer on my face, because I always like my face to be a little bit more moisturizing right before I put foundation on, just so my skin has a nice even layer of moisturizer. So I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Broad Spectrum and the color, or the shade Veil, I would say. I don't know if they have different kinds, but this is the one I have. It is a travel size one, but it works perfectly fine. I'm actually loving it. Just like that. And I don't know if you guys can tell already, but my face is like a different color. Which is kind of weird, but so next I'm going to be going into foundation. I'm going to be using the Fit Me Dewy Smooth Foundation and the color 115 Ivory. And this is when the Real Technique sponge is going to go in hand. So I'm just going to pour some of this foundation on the back of my hand. So I'm just going to go with this amount for now, and then I'm going to add more later if I need it. But I don't know if you guys can tell with this primer already, it's kind of like blurring out my skin, which is nice. So I'm just going to go into this foundation with this sponge.
I'm going to blend it out.
I'm very curious to see if this sponge absorbs a lot of foundation. So I have it all on my this side of my face, and so I'm just going to be blending it out. So I'm just going to add another layer on this side of my face right here. And I just took a brush and dipped into the foundation since it was hard. It wasn't really coming out. And I'm just giving this foundation a fair shot, because I normally add, with this foundation, I add 2 layers. And instead of using this side right here, I'm going to use the pointed side, or kind of like this side right here. I'm going to see if it makes a difference. So this is the coverage of the foundation. It's not bad, but you can still see my acne. So I'm thinking this sponge does absorb a lot of the foundation. So on this side of my face, I did the sponge for the Real Techniques. And then on this side, I'm going to do the brush just to see which side I like better. So this is what their face looks like, and I feel like they're honestly, they look the same, but I'm going to take a mirror and going to go up closer. So I'm going to add a little bit more coverage to my face just because that was a light to medium coverage, and I kind of want a full coverage, which is fine. So I'm just going to be adding this, the Infallible Total Coverage Foundation, and I'm just going to put some on my arm or my hand, just like that. And I'm going to take the Beauty Blender. I really like this sponge for this whipped consistency perfectly. So now after I have this on, and I'm really liking how this sponge blended out this full coverage look. It looks amazing now. So I'm just going to be adding some concealer just to cover up my dark circles. So I have that, and I'm going to be using the exact same sponge because I want to see how this works. And I'm really loving this point because it's letting me to get into the corners that are sometimes hard to get in. Look how evenly blended that is, and it's so pretty. Blended my concealer perfectly. It looks so pretty, like not even lying. So I'm going to be going into this, and I'm going to be contouring a little bit. Just a little bit though, because I don't want it to be so extra. So I'm going to be going into the sponge again. I'm actually going to be using this flat side because I want to see how well this flat side works. This flat side is actually really hard to work with. So I'm just going to flip it around because that's really hard to work with. And I'm just going to use the pointy side again. And my makeup's not even caking up, which is amazing. I'm going to be finishing off this look, and I'll be right back. I'm just going to add some mascara, brows, and do my rest of my face. Okay, so I am back with my makeup done, and I really like how it came out. And I'm really impressed with this sponge. So the only thing I probably don't like about this sponge would be this flat tip right here. I don't really like that just because it was very hard to blend my contour. So it was very hard to blend my contour with this right here. I thought it would be a little bit easier, but it was very hard. This point right here, though, was super easy to use to get into the corners of my eyes. And just being able to blend this all out evenly. And then overall, just this flat edge right here was really nice. So I believe I only paid, it was like $6 for this. And it comes in this. And I even got, like I mentioned earlier, I got a travel kit. So this is the Real Techniques sponge. And I do recommend it. Like I said, I only paid $6 for it. You can get 3 different kinds. You can get base, eyes. So on here it says you can get base, eyes, or the finished, which I don't know what the finished is. So this is a really good deal. You can get this at Target or Walmart, and I believe Walgreens sells it too. So basically any of your drugstore, any of your drugstores would sell this product. And once again, you can get these in many different colors. I know they have the mini ones too, so I wonder how good those are. But this is the only Real Technique like sponge / like brush I owned from them, and it was actually really good. So I'm gonna go buy a couple more other brushes. But other than that, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want to see me do more reviews, like me reviewing single product or multiple products in one video, I will gladly do that. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.